Recently, one of my students asked me about this shoulder hit. More specifically, he was asking about what to do after black wedges here and white responds with this Atari. But before we go into what to do, let's just get back to the beginning and uh, discuss a little bit more about this shoulder hit. So this shoulder hit comes from mostly AI nowadays, I guess. It was popularized by AI because it constrains the development of this shimari, this black small corner enclosure, quite a bit in both directions. It's on the right side, but it's also difficult to develop to the bottom side as well. It was not invented by AI. It was maybe invented by Goseigen, not probably not, but Goseigen would suggest A quite a bit uh, in the mid 20th century. Goseigen, for those who don't know, is one of the Go saints in Japan, even though he was Chinese. Uh, yeah, he's a legendary player. Uh, he was very good at reading, but his whole board vision was his best aspect, I guess. Nowadays, because of this shoulder hit, AI suggests either this enclosure or this one as the best moves when it comes to playing on the bottom right. And so going back to here, AI actually nowadays doesn't recommend continuing for black. So yeah, the bottom right became so uninteresting that black shouldn't respond. And because it's uninteresting for black, it's uninteresting for white. So black continues as elsewhere and white also continues elsewhere. At some point, either black or white will come back. And if if white continues from here, black can just go up and the corner is still protected. White still owes an answer here, and black can keep on going with the territory and white defends maybe. Otherwise there will be a pincer here, it can get severe. But yeah, that's the main spiel of this corner shimari, which used to be very frequently played before AI. It was, I think, most common shimari before AI for pros. And black can obviously also play here, but yeah, this is apparently even less favored by pros and AI than doing this. This is basically expanding a bit the territory here, but it's territory on the third line. It's not that interesting to AI, I guess. It will become interesting later on, but not now. Anyways, going back to this, white can sometimes play here. It's not, I don't want to say it's bad, but it feels a bit heavy for this early in a stage of the game. And usually white jumps. When black wedges here, you don't want to Atari from this side because black will extend. You still have a cutting point. And if you fix the cutting point, then black can curl on you. You still need to probably defend because your group is getting quite heavy. Yeah, you need to defend somehow, or maybe like this, or yeah, this is still painful because black can do something like this. Yeah, it becomes painful quite quickly. Maybe this one is better. I don't know. It's difficult to fix this shape because it's already kind of broken. It's better to just Atari from here. You force black into connecting, and you can see that black did not expand his corner too much. So it was maybe like this before. So it's not much. Yeah, there's still power on this line. So it's not only like this intersection. Of course, there's black does have power, and now white has cutting points. And these cutting points are the main crux of the question of my student. And right now, white can fix in various ways. So one of the most common ways is C. There is also D. There is also E, and you can connect at B, of course. B is kind of heavy. I do not recommend it now. Maybe later on it becomes a good move, but not now. If you play E, maybe that's the move that teaches you how to give away things, because now black does have both letters. There are no letters actually, so if you play something like this, you can just give away those stones, that stone, and you can even keep pushing here because this Atari is so painful. And don't be too afraid of this cut, because there's of course this Atari, and yeah, the group, this group won't die. Like there's too much space on the right. This group won't die either. I think defending on either side is like both are okay. Defending like this probably. You can defend on both sides. There's also the fact that this stone is helping quite a bit in defending the B group. You could also play something like this to defend this cutting point with a letter. Anyways, after we've seen this kind of sacrifice sequence, of course, the other side is also okay. It's mostly the same logic. This Atari is too painful. So if black maybe cuts from here, you probably Atari from here maybe. Yeah, because this extension is too big. Yeah, you can then lightly fix, and again, black did not expand this corner that much. Okay, let's see. Then C is probably the most recommended move by AI and by myself as well. If black tries to cut, you have this letter, right? And so it doesn't work for black. And if you play here, you do have this letter as well. One common way of trying to maybe let me just show you. So black would play here, and then finally black cuts, and now this letter doesn't work. When you reach this point in the game, it's very useful to stop and think. Yeah, and since we're at the beginning of the game, usually we, especially at the beginning of the game, we should think about either tenuking or giving away stuff. So we can just apply the same logic we've just seen with that other hangma, this hangma. It will become the same shape basically. So here, oops, black plays here. And now again, this Atari is so painful. Black could cut in this shape. Yeah, in the other variation, black cut here. Yeah, this one is not recommended by AI by any means, I don't think. But this one is a good move right now. But it doesn't mean it's a good move. It's a good sequence. Maybe that's the most precise way to put it. Because this Atari is like, it's too much, and white protects on the right. And now with if black extends in the center, trying to threaten this group maybe, you can just play something lightly in the center. And even if black somehow captures this, there's a lot of agi still. Even if this happens, it's only 10 points in the center. probably. So when we reach this point, like we played something like this, if black pressures white, white can probably Tanuki and nothing much is gonna happen. But I wanted to mention one very neat suggestion by AI, which is disattachment. Uh, Now black can try to do stuff from the top and maybe getting strong with AB and trying then to attack the C group, but it won't work. It's complicated, but yeah, maybe for a different video. It's a neat Tesuji. And okay, going back here, yeah, I suggest playing this one. It's very powerful. This the follow-up Atari is a very powerful move. But if you're afraid of the cut, you could just fix. It's okay. You can just fix here or fix it like this. So one last point I would like to make about this shape, hopefully one last point, is that if we reach this point, in the past, I thought that you could still keep going playing lightly. Yeah, that would probably be good enough. But AI doesn't seem to like this because it thinks this Atari is just too much, too good for black. It kind of fixes like the problems from V's pushes. So yeah, it doesn't really like this one. And there isn't really a ladder here, uh, like a ladder breaker for black, because you can just push once. Yeah, it's probably better for him to just keep on doing this. And then when you go out with this stone, you have this ladder, right? You won't hit the start point this time. Yeah, he didn't hit the start point in the other time as well. Just he hit the approach to the start point. Anyways, AI doesn't like this one. I still think it's a decent move. It loses, I think, 3 points more or less. Yeah, if you're afraid of being attacked with this whole group, maybe. Yeah, maybe I just won't recommend this move anymore. I think the like just keep on pushing is way more powerful. Yeah, the maybe the utility of this move is if you can maybe link B to something that's happening on top. Maybe there's a fight over there, and B helps more than having the D stone or stones around D. Well, I think one of the biggest issues my student was facing was how to answer this Atari. Yeah, it can be tricky if you've never seen this kind of shape or thing, or maybe you don't see that black is still emphasizing a side that's not interesting from the beginning. Like ever since we played the shoulder hit, the right side is developed. So if he continues playing here, uh, yeah, that's not very good. So you can. I haven't checked this one with AI, but I bet you could probably still go for the free, even though this one is super painful. Yeah, this extension. Um, Obviously, black will react to the free first and then extend. But it's still like, I don't like this for black. Not a huge fan. Maybe this one is, yeah, like as white, I would never play like this because this Atari is so juicy. And if you're thinking maybe black can just counter Atari and then capture this stone, then yeah, this one it's not good because you've just given a Punuki for white. And this Punuki, well, the Punuki shape in general is very flexible. It's a very resilient shape, both for defending and attacking. And so now maybe the right side is more developable with uh, by white than than for black. Yeah, I would say B has been weakened quite a bit now, and black hasn't made any meaningful progress. Yeah, it seems that like maybe he will be able to develop the bottom side on the sixth line, but white can just play something like this and threaten to escape. Black probably needs to defend, and suddenly the bottom side looks more like a white territory than a black territory. Anyways, don't give this Ponoki to your opponent. It's too powerful. It's not worth it at all. And if black Atari is here, maybe in some circumstances you can uh, connect, but overall just play here and make black. Yeah, black shouldn't keep on playing like this. Maybe he needs to after having this stone in Atari, but it's looking worse and worse. It's super over concentrated for black. White can just defend on this area or keep on playing elsewhere. Yeah, it's not worth it. Yeah, this video is all about not following your opponent or denuking or giving away things. Mm, how to give your opponent everything he wants and still win. Anyways, going back, uh, yeah, this Atari is just, it's too much. Yeah, after this Atari, black should extend to avoid giving away a Punuki. And now white has two options. White can play at A, aiming at another juicy uh, B, Atari at B, or white can just Tenuki, can just keep on playing away. If black now uh, Ataris on either side, white could think about just giving these things away again. Now it's a bit worse for white because we don't have that Ponuki anymore, right? So blocking at A is way less useful and powerful. So this one is a possible move, I think, but it gives away not a powerful shape. It's still over concentrated. It is powerful, but we don't have that Atari at B anymore. So all of this A group for white is much less useful and more attackable for black. So here, if black Atari is on this side, white can just protect. And if black tries to get away here, we can just keep on capping him, and it's super difficult for him to continue developing the right side. It was never developable, but yeah, he can keep on trying, I guess. Yeah, again, Natari once. We can probably do this one as well. Uh, we do have cutting points everywhere, but it's still, yeah, probably this cutting point is much better for black, but we can still just keep on going on the right. Yeah, many possible extensions here. Yeah, black should probably do this one, and then we can just connect. If black connects again, cuts us again, we can keep on playing like this and just, yeah, black doesn't have much on the right. And when we go out and maybe he tries to attack us, I don't know, there are many ways for him to attack us. He doesn't make any points with the A group, and suddenly the B group is getting, like the B stone is getting weakened. So this Atari isn't good for him, and this Atari is also not good, because if black captures this stone, we go back to the juicy Atari at A. And it's not easy to attack this group, even though like the B stone is in a very awkward place. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, I would never play there, but it's way more important that black left the Atari at A behind than the position of B. If we would like to defend here, we could. Again, because of that Atari, we could come back here. Yeah, one of the ways black could try to attack us is by Ataring here and going out. Now it's a bit more powerful for him because the A group has way less liberties, but we still have this Atari, and we can still uh, play thickly, and black won't have a good way of capturing these stones directly, so he needs to keep on extending something like this, and then finally we can defend ourselves. Now AI recommends this extension, and then we play here to solidify our group. Black also solidifies the corner, but yeah, just the fact that we got this Atari again, like maybe this whole video should be titled the S7 Atari, I guess. Yeah, the territory for black with the B group is really not that interesting, even though he is solidifying this corner. Yeah, solidifying maybe a strong word, because we still have this clamp. The corner still has a lot of agi with the B invasion. There's the C attachment, the D approach to reduce this corner, and there's also like the push and cut, of course. The push and cut is so powerful that black should play here according to AI. That's it for this variation. I'm saying that this is a bad variation for black, and indeed it is. But I think it's mostly between 3 and 6 points. These variations for black are between 3 and 6 points for white. So it's not a huge deal for us amateurs, yes. Anyways, that's it. I wanted to make a short video, but here we are. See you next time. Bye.